Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast pre-show. It's Blake and Mary.
me.
We're here. We're ready to go. We're ready to talk about some House of the Dragon. Thank you all so much for joining us. As you all know, that this is the podcast pre-show. This is just an inside look at what we're doing, how we're doing it, and a fly-in-the-wall experience for you, the viewer and the listener, as to how Mary and I podcast live. Everything live to tape, no editing, no nothing. This is just when the good is good, the bad is bad, and you get a chance to see it all. So please do have the conversations. And Mary, why do we need to have conversations amongst each other?
Because that's what makes this fun. I mean, honestly, Blake and I started podcasting in our basement a decade ago, and it was amazing and fun and lovely to be able to interact with you all via email and tweets at that point. But
the
it was
infamous
never
tweet of the week.
live because we weren't going live.
Yep.
And then when we did start to go live and we did start to see the community that formed, it's a completely different level. So don't just sit and watch, but comment. I'm telling you, there are going to be people who agree with you, people who disagree with you, people who you can laugh with, people who you can ask questions of, people who say things that make you think differently, all about the shows. So it really is wonderful. We go live because of conversations that you have here. So the more that you do this, the more we will push to go live. It is not the easiest thing. I'll be real with you. We got our kids home over the summer. Where's our dog?
I think she's upstairs.
I didn't see her. Can you just go check?
Sure.
Because I haven't seen our dog. But we have our kids. We have our dog. It's summer break. It is not easy to pull all the strings and have the planets align to go live versus doing a pre-recorded thing. So I tell you this because we want to go live for you. We want to go live because we think that the community aspect is super important. So like I said, just keep the chatter going. We love seeing it. We may not be always able to read it live in time, but we do enjoy it. Look at the picture that Blake picked. Out of the entire show, you picked the two girls kissing. Oh my God.
What?
Out of the entire episode, that is the cover art you pick. Smallfolk.
Yes.
Girls kissing.
Well, it's not because
You
I'm
sure?
a man
Oh,
and the whole
yeah,
thing.
sure,
It's
sure.
not.
I'll
It's
tell you what,
because
I
it's
wouldn't have picked that one.
It's the most major thing to happen in the entire episode.
Completely disagree, but okay.
Okay, well,
This is a great talking point.
I agree.
Friends watching live, is that the image you would have picked?
Well, when you look at the images that
Sure,
were
Blake.
provided by HBO,
Sure.
they were all very nondescript. They weren't good images. Number one, this was the best one. Number two, this was the biggest thing to happen in the episode. Number three, it means the most for this one character. So I picked it.
I don't think it means the most.
Okay.
For who? Which character? We'll
for
discuss.
For Rhaenyra.
Oh, no. She gets around. Let's be real. She's just... Anyway, we'll talk about it in the episode, but obviously it made a big impact on you, Blake. I'm proud for you.
It did. Okay.
You know.
All right.
Not a dragon. Not a dragon burning someone. Not a dragon who's
Well, I
about
didn't
to
have
be
a picture
seated.
of
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have a picture of a dragon burning somebody. Otherwise, I would have put that on.
All right. Let's see how you do, Blake. Now that we know. Oh, girls kiss, yum.
No, it's not.
It's fine.
Unbelievable.
See, Caitlin Marie would have picked Seasmoke. Same.
Yeah, well,
Samesies.
that's great, but there was no good pictures of Seasmoke.
No, you said this is the most important thing that
from which-
happened in this
it is.
episode. It's not.
Out of
Let's
the-
go.
well,
Let's
out
go.
of the
Just
ones
start
that I
recording,
had.
baby. Start recording. This is the podcast pre-show.
Okay, all right, here we go. 10 seconds for...
Room tone. And if you've never been here live, room tone is where we're awkwardly quiet for about 10 seconds so Blake can capture the sounds and the hums and the buzzes that naturally happen in our house so he can edit those out so you can have a really nice sounding podcast experience.
All right, here we go. Of course.
Smallfolk have become restless.
So?
There is not food enough in the city. Those with means have bought more than their share.
All the more reason Sir Tyler must break the blockade.
In the meantime, the people are hungry, and their anger is rising. The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
Why is this anger directed at us? It is Rhaenyra the Pretender who ordered the gullet closed and left them all to starve.
They still look to you to ensure their well-being. That is the burden of authority.
Live in the Minute with Mary studio from Providence, Rhode Island. Welcome to the House of the Dragon with Mary and Blake. It's a podcast dedicated to the House of the Dragon on HBO. So sit back and relax. Let's talk about fire and blood. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Mary Larson.
My name is Blake, and you know, I'm going to double down right now. I'm doubling down right this moment.
Great.
I'm in on green.
Great.
In
for
on
you.
some green here.
That's awesome for you, Blake. Love that for you.
Love that for you, Blake.
Mhm. Love that for you.
See, what you don't realize, listener, if you're just listening to the audio, is that Mary and I we're having and the viewers of the live show, we're discussing the picture for the Chiron that I have. And if you don't get a chance to see the live, I picked the picture of Mysaria and Rhaenyra of them kissing, not because I'm a male,
hashtag you basic,
and not because
No,
I'm basic.
You are.
I'm not.
In this moment, you are.
No, I'm not. It's
You
because
totally are.
it's because it's the most important thing that happens for Rhaenyra.
Girls kissing, oh my
Out-
god.
Out
Oh my
of
God.
the pictures that
I'm
were
team
available,
green, but I'm gonna focus on Rhaenyra because she kisses a girl.
out of the pictures that were available from HBO,
Yes.
that was
okay,
the best
but you could
one.
only pick the ones from HBO. You couldn't picture or could do any
Yeah,
of the
because
other
those are
pictures.
the high quality ones.
There's tons of high quality ones.
I
And,
know.
Blake, it's like an inch on someone's screen. If they're looking on their phone, it's like a centimeter. You don't need high quality.
But you do need high quality because it goes on the thumbnail for YouTube.
Bless your
It goes
sweetheart.
on the thumbnail for the
Oh, okay.
website.
So this is all the reasoning.
By the
of
way, go to
course.
maryandblake.com. Check out all the
Can't use
podcasts.
Seasmoke. Can't use someone.
There
getting
wasn't
on
a good
top
picture of
I'm gonna
Seasmoke.
I don't even need to bother looking for a good picture of Seasmoke because I know there are good pictures of
Not
Seasmoke.
from the episode.
I know that there are great pictures that are going to be showing behind me. This would have been a much better picture of
not
the
not the
king.
one that we have.
It's
I
like-
couldn't use that.
You totally could have used lots of things. I love you, but I'm proud of you for
All of
making
the
a
pictures
choice.
that are shown.
For you to be making the choice that the most important thing in this entire episode was that
No,
she
of,
kissed. Yeah.
of the pictures that I had
Yeah.
and all the pictures that are
Yeah.
shown on our screen right now behind us
You
are
basic.
from HBO.
You basic.
So
Anyway, listen, friends, this is going to be a great episode. We are podcasting here, House of the Dragon. We are also covering the finale of Bridgerton this same very week. So if you are a Bridgerton fan, stay tuned for that and so much more. The Potterverse is picking back up. So you can see all of the podcasts that we do at maryandblake.com. And we want to thank our friends at jointhenerdclan.com. Blake, tell people a little bit more about that.
jointhenerdclan.com is the space that we have for all of the nerds that love all things Mary and Blake, where you get a chance to nerd out about not only what we podcast about, but all the things that we are doing or all the things that you love. So if it is something that is, you know, like The Witcher or whatever, you can go there and chat about it. And well, because we
I
don't
think we don't cover The Witcher.
we don't
Yeah,
cover
that's
The
what I
Witcher,
understand now.
right? So we have a number of different things that we do there as well, whether it is Blake's Book Club or it is knee-jerk reactions to shows that you, the listener, request from me. I watch the things, and the latest one that I just did was the Shogun on FX. That was great so much. And as a matter of fact, Mary, Shogun just set a record, I think, for the number of Emmy nominations in the Emmy Awards, which was well deserved, by the way, well deserved. So yeah, jointhenerdclan.com, and as for as little as $2 a month, less than a cup of coffee, you actually way less than a cup of coffee now, you can help support Mary and Blake Media and everything that we do here. So that is that.
Great. Awesome. Let's get into the show.
It's gonna be that kind of show today. It's gonna be that kind of show today. I can feel it already. All right, let's get into it. right, Marvin, mini plot recap.
My mini plot recap. If Blake were doing this part right now, he would just say, this is the episode where two girls kiss, finally, because it's Game of Thrones, and it's gone too long without that. But if you have a brain, this is what happened in the episode. First off, Aemond is still at the helm, and he's ordering Sir Criston Cole to head on over to Harrenhal. Granted, there's a dragon there, but whatevs. He also kicks his mom off the small council, saying, go back to your sewing. And he wants Grandpapa to come back. Not King, but Otto Hightower. Okay, so Rhaenyra is still trying to find someone to ride a dragon. She gets her bestie, the guy that went with her, to the Sept. He gets burnt to a crisp. Seasmoke does not want him. No, thank you. He chooses a new rider, and that is Addam, the dreadlocks boy from the sea place with all the ships and everything. And then Mysaria comes up with an idea to give some yummy food and snacks, because everybody loves snacks, on little boats, and it causes a big problem, but people be loving Rhaenyra, including Mysaria, because Blake doesn't want you to forget, they kiss. Take it away, Blake.
Okay, this
wait.
episode...
Was it directed by a guy?
It was.
Oh.
But it was written by a woman.
Okay. Choices.
So, and it was the actress who suggested it.
Good for them.
So... Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, the title...
We also get Viserys back and some weird dreams. Okay, I'm just saying, there's a lot of cool stuff that goes on. A lot of cool stuff.
Yes, I agree. There was some cool stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, the title of this episode was Smallfolk. The director was Andrzej Parek. This guy is very talented, but made his bones as a cinematographer. He has been a cinematographer for many episodes of television, many films, including Blue Valentine. But this is his first episode of House of the Dragon, and he actually did something. I can't believe I didn't have it down here. But anyway, you know what? I'll get to that later. The writer was... Oh, there it is. Yeah, of course. Oh, he was a director of Succession, the show Brave New World, and Watchmen as well. And the writer was Eileen Shim. She wrote the episode 108, Lord of the Tides. And for all you Star Wars nerds out there, she actually wrote and she helped co-write the pilot for the first episode of The Acolyte that just recently came out. All right, Marvin, your flame ratings. How many flames are you giving this episode?
Let's see. This episode, I'm going to give it 4.7.
Okay, I am going to give this one a 4.4. What the episode is good at, it does really well, but there are some things in here that we need to talk about, and then we'll go from there. All right, you're GBG, you're good, you're bad, and you're great.
Okay, so my good goes to all the things happening at Harrenhal. I just love all the weirdness. I love seeing these actors who we got to spend the previous couple of seasons with, now back with us here in the weird Daemon dreams. I just love it. I love seeing familiar faces. I love that there's an owl with Alice. I'm here for it. So all the weirdness at Harrenhal, I'm here for. My bad, the kisses. Why? We'll delve into it. Just... I think unnecessary. I think bad timing. Hi, I was raped by my dad. You know what you need? A hug and to
All
make
fair.
out.
All fair.
Because that's what you need right now. Rhaenyra, we're going to talk about this because I think these kisses could have some complications, okay?
Okay.
Just like, get your fix somewhere else. Get your fix with someone who's not on your small council, please. Okay? Just don't mix it. Please.
Fair enough.
Just like, I
Technically,
just thought
she's not on the small council.
She said, I want to be on your council. I want to be part of your council.
Yes, but technically she's not
she
part
doesn't
of
sit at the table, but the other guy just got burned up, so there's room for her. Anyway, and then my great is I am enjoying the drama that is Aemond.
I am shocked.
I'm not like Team Green.
Okay.
But I am shocked by him. Last week, I was proud of him cutting down the rat catchers. You know, good
Sure.
plan.
Sure.
I am loving and hating his choices right now. Loving that he wants to get Otto Hightower back. I think that's a really good idea. That guy knows his stuff a lot better than a lot of other people. Him kicking out his mommy dearest. That's going to be interesting. Him going and kind of like threatening his brother. But his brother's alive. Kind of interesting. His sister knows that he did it. Kristen Cole knows he did it. Like, all these people know what he did. So I am just really interested to see him play with power.
Does his sister know what he did?
His sister knows. She said, was it worth the price?
Oh, okay.
She knows.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
And yeah, she knows. And
Okay.
one and over, crickets isn't singing. Lord knows what that means.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it's Aemond stopped singing.
Well, that's what I think. Well, yeah. We'll
yeah,
get there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's surprising me.
Yep.
And so I like that I'm surprised by him.
Yes.
Not saying I'm his fan. I'm just liking that I'm surprised by him.
Okay.
What's your GBG?
First, my good is Jason Lannister
Oh, your boys.
bringing freaking lions to war.
What are you? Aslan from Narnia? What is going on?
Why not? Like, you know what? If I'm gonna go fight, I want some lions behind me. Because
and you need to give me food.
oh well, I'll give you food.
Let's have some Reigns of
We'll do all
Castamere
the
playing.
things. We'll do all the things.
Oh my god.
But if I'm gonna go fight, I think I'm better off if lions are behind me.
Like, why? How unnecessary is that? You've got
That's what-
dragons? Well, we've got lions.
We've got lions.
We've got lions, and I'm hungry. Now go get us a dragon. Okay,
Guys,
Malfoy.
That guy is great.
Oh my god, what a
At
little
bringing
wuss.
lions because like
You know what that is?
it's so over the top it works.
It's the people on the highway that rev their motorcycles and kind of scare you when they zip through the lines, and then they're like, and then they buzz, and
Wait,
it's
what do
just
they
like,
do?
you heard me. And they do it just to kind of like be jerks and be loud and kind of
Sure,
scare you. But you're
sure.
like, you're on a motorcycle and you're zipping through the line, so you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay. You're bringing a
calm
lion
down.
to a dragon fight. Shut up,
Calm down.
you and those lions.
Bringing a lion with him. Oh, so great. That is a total Blake move. Let's get the lions out.
There you go.
All right, my bad. Like I said before, everything in this episode is done well. Like the dialogue is great. The direction was fantastic. I think the motivations are all proper. The lighting is spectacular, especially during that scene with Laris and Aegon. Just standout great stuff. The problem that I'm finding, though, Mary, and I can't wait to hear from you on this, is it just feels like we're spinning wheels a little bit, which I am shocked about, considering that we only have 8 episodes of real estate here in this season. How in God's name can we spin wheels, especially with like Daemon and all the things that are going on? I just don't get it. Did you get that same feeling, Mary?
Not really.
No? Okay, fair enough. Then
There's how many episodes left?
there's only 2 episodes left.
Oh, because you just said there were 8 episodes. So
8
I thought you meant there
episodes
were 8
total.
episodes
Yeah.
in total. So then I stopped listening. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I got confused.
Okay, fair enough. The great has to be this line. Have the indignities of your childhood not yet sufficiently been avenged? Oh, man. Like Mary, I love everything that is happening with Aemond. This conversation that happened between Aemond and Alicent is spectacular. The movements that she does to him, putting her hand on his cheek, him letting that hand stay there on his cheek for a good few seconds and then pulling it off purposely, wondering what and like I don't get the sense from Aemond that he's being awful, like he's being mean to her. I think I get the sense that it's just like, okay, you're not of use to me here. I don't know what you do. What do you do here? I really like that. I love that he can't seem to have any humanity to him. There's nothing left there for her to kind of latch onto as his mother. No, like that's it. that is it. And Alicent is now left completely and utterly, well, I can't say utterly, but almost utterly powerless as it relates to anything that's going on in King's Landing. It was a fantastic scene, one that I couldn't get enough of. So that's that.
Awesome.
All right. Another person that has thoughts, Mary, about all of this is your dad.
But you skipped Team Green or Team
Oh,
Black.
oh, sorry. You know what it is? It's not as big on our document, so I gotta fix that. So we'll do because it's not as big. I don't see it. Okay, there we go. It's been fixed.
Here you
Team
go,
Green
Blake.
or Team Black, Mary?
Go for it, Blake.
Which one do you got?
Go for it.
Oh, Team Green. Team Green all the way.
Why?
Because I love what's happening with Aemond.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about the drama for me at this moment.
So when you're saying team, is this like who you're rooting for, who you think's gonna win? Just like explain why you're Team Green this week.
I do think that Team Green is going to win at some point.
I mean, right now they killed a
right now-
dragon.
Right now, things ain't looking so good for them.
Do you think like they're gonna win and sit on the throne forever and ever and ever? Is that what you're saying, Team Green?
I think
Or are you saying this week Team Green
I
did
think
well?
I think Team Green will beat Team Black
In the end.
in the end.
Wow.
Yes, I think so. Again, because I think Rhaenyra is not as benevolent and wise as the show wants her to be. And that's something I think that this show suffers from, Mary. It so desperately wants you to like Rhaenyra. It so desperately wants Rhaenyra to be the main character. But
Does it?
I think it does. Like they want, in my eyes, they want her to be Daenerys, at what Daenerys was to Game of Thrones. And I just don't, I mean, of course, outside of what happened in season 8, right? But I just don't think, one, that Rhaenyra has the presence of Daenerys. Two, I don't think that she's done anything quite yet to earn anything of what Daenerys did. And when I look at her maneuvering, I just see someone who's very insecure, someone who doesn't get it.
You know what Rhaenyra would do to your face right now? Smack it!
I know. I don't think she gets it. She almost reminds me of Viserys a little bit in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Not the father, but like the Daenerys'
Brother?
brother, where it's like, I'm a Targaryen. This is what we do.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
give it to me, please.
So because you think Rhaenyra is weak, you are Team Green.
Yeah, and because of her problems, I think that she has, they're going to lose. And I just don't know, even if she does win, I just don't know that Westeros is better off.
Okay.
I just don't know. And I don't, as of this moment, I don't think that they will be. So there's just something about her that I don't like.
Okay.
There's something about her I don't like. And she doesn't have the appeal to me that Daenerys did. And I think the show wants her to be Daenerys.
Okay. I disagree. I don't think the show wants her to be Daenerys. I see the show more along the lines of Lost, where you have this giant cast of people and who you like and don't like can change every single week and kind of everyone's on an even playing field. So personally, I don't feel like they're saying, oh my God, everyone needs to love Rhaenyra and, you know, she needs to be number one in everyone's books. I'm not seeing that because there are some things that are unlikable. And I think we are supposed to see this woman who is trying to find herself. She was raised by a peaceful father and she was raised reading books and she was raised not having a sword. So I think we're going to see her have this amazing evolution. At the same time, we have this other really powerful woman who is now being demoted in any power that she would have had in Queen Alicent.
Right.
So I think we're getting equal time with both of these families, especially both with these mother figures in the families. And I don't think anybody has a clue what's going on. And I don't think the show is telling us who we're supposed to like, personally. I think that Rhaenyra hasn't had any atrocities that she has caused yet.
Yeah, well, that's
we're
the thing that
about
scares me.
to.
Yeah, certainly.
Everyone has, though. I mean,
of course.
all of this is Alicent's fault, you jerk, okay?
You jerk.
Otto and Alicent, this is all your fault. You made a big mess of things, fanning the flames of, like, girls can't be in charge. Well,
Sure.
guess what? Guess what, world?
Yeah.
Okay? Anyway, I am wearing a very neutral color, almost like a grayish color and some white.
Are you going to be Switzerland today?
I am team green, team black adjacent. So team black adjacent. I am team Stark. Okay, I am waiting
yes.
for my Starks to come down, and Starks are team black. So I am dressing neutrally, snowy-ish, grayish, whitish, because I just need my Stark family to hurry up. Hurry up! We got the towers. You can cross the bridge. Where are you and your dire wolves? Because there's dire wolves versus lions.
Oh, yes.
So now I'm down. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it makes me wanna shout. So that's where I am. I am team Stark.
Gray.
Okay, that's where I am.
Well, I mean, for the
But that's
exercise,
black.
Mary.
But that is black.
For the exercise, you got to pick green or black.
Yeah, black.
Okay, so you're officially black.
Yes.
But when Kragan Stark shows up,
Yeah.
there's going to be some reckoning.
Why?
I get the sense.
What's going to be the problem?
I don't know. I just get the sense that Kragan Stark don't mess around,
I agree he doesn't mess around.
and there's going to be reckoning to be had somehow,
Everybody
some
doesn't
way.
mess around. Like, there's no Ray Charles song playing. But him and Jace were pretty good. I'm excited for this. I don't see him being upset yet.
I don't think he's going to be upset with Jace.
And the thing that I like about him, and here's why I'm Team Black. Team Black, we know the story. The princess that was promised. We've got all this stuff going on. We got the
Sure.
weird dagger stuff. We'd have all this Game of Thrones lore. The only other people who believe in that kind of stuff are Weird Alice with her little witchy owl
Sure.
and the Starks. Okay, Starks are into weird stuff. They're like, you don't even want to know what's on the other side of that wall. So I feel like the Starks, if the Starks get told, if Jace pulls Kragan Stark aside and says, listen, there's a story of fire and ice. You know what Kragan Stark's going to say? Nuff said, bro. Nuff said. You don't even need to tell me the plot line. The story is titled Fire and Ice.
I'm in.
I'm here. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, I look forward to when Kragan Stark shows up.
Oh my God, with his gray beards and dire wolves.
Yeah, I think something is gonna something big is gonna happen with him. You don't open the season with
Winterfell.
with Winterfell, and then not deliver on that by season's end.
I know we haven't seen them in a while, but
Yeah.
that's where I am. Okay,
Sure,
I'm
sure.
just waiting for my boys of winter to show up. Winter is coming.
So you are team, like you said, you're team black adjacent.
yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. I get it. I
Like you
appreciate
haven't
that.
pissed me off enough, Team Black, that I'm gonna leave.
But it's close.
No,
No.
no,
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm here for this.
I was teetering last week. I'm in on green. I'm in on
Good
green.
for you.
And you want to know another thing why?
Sure, Blake.
Otto Hightower's coming back.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's ignoring all the ravens.
Yeah, he's coming back.
We'll
He's coming
see.
back. He's coming back.
We'll see.
He's ignoring Alicent's ravens. He ain't gonna be ignoring Aemond's.
Well, I don't think Laris is gonna let him in.
Ooh, that's a good. Well, Laris doesn't have any pull right now.
Laris has got a lot of pull because you know who he just talked to.
Well,
is
he's
the
got
king.
pull with the king, but the king is no. He's on friggin' Mars by now.
Laris is the green Mysaria. Like he probably poisoned all the ravens. He probably told them go north.
Go see Craig and Stark.
yeah, that's who you need to tell.
All right, you want to hear what your dad said?
Oh yeah,
All right, this is the infamous Mary's dad.
I bet my
segment.
dad is still Team Black. My dad would.
I feel
dad,
like he's Team Black.
Next time you need to tell me. Are you also Team Stark? Are you just waiting for the Starks?
All right, here we go. Let's
I
give
feel
it a
like my
shot.
dad would be a Stark.
Here we go.
Hey, it's Mary's dad checking in on episode 6. Boy, there's so many things to talk about, but I know I got to keep it short. I'm definitely Team Black still.
Yes.
Yes.
Prince Aemond is doing everything he can to piss off all the wrong people that he really should be listening to and keeping on his good side, especially his mom and Laris. My good thing was when Prince Aegon realized that his brother is trying to take him out of the picture, and he said, gee, I don't remember anything about that little mishap we had. All the people that are important that Aemond should be listening to are going to be supporting Aegon, and he's going to come back. My bad, poor Sir Stefan getting toasted the way he did with the dragon. That was not a brilliant thing to do.
Not great.
Not a brilliant.
My best part is the
brilliant.
way that Mysaria is becoming the best confidant and advisor that the princess has. Not talking about just their intimate scene at the end
See,
there,
that's what I'm saying.
but the fact that she thought up spreading the rumors about the royalty in the capital and sending that food. And my freaky thing was, okay, she sent all these boots loaded with food, and there was one seagull. Living in Rhode Island, you know, that never happens.
Would
If
not
there's one
happen.
piece of food and one seagull sees it, 1 million of them appear automatically right out of the air. That's it. Take care.
Mine.
Mine?
Anyone who's seen Finding Nemo, you know it
Yes,
is.
you know.
Dad, listen, you don't have to make it into 90 seconds. If you go longer, Dad, you can call back.
Yes.
Because it says it's your dad. But you don't have to reintroduce yourself every time. So
That's
you're
true.
allowed to have more than one dad. You can
Yeah,
take as
you
much
get-
time as you want, and we will just go into the next one. But we just
Right.
don't want you to say, it's Mary's dad again. Oh, it's Mary's dad again. We know it's you.
You get to break the commandment.
Yeah, so don't feel like you have to rush anymore, Dad. Feel
All
free.
right, all right,
Love
so-
that you're team Black, Dad.
So he brought it up, the whole Mysaria thing.
Oh my God.
I think it's important to talk about. If you'd like to
Yes.
start somewhere else,
No,
I'm
it's
happy
fine.
to.
I'm saying remove the kiss. Remove the kiss. Amazing. You want to know why? Because women know you need snacks. Women know if you give snacks, if you have a house that has snacks with teenagers,
Mhm.
you're a cool house. People want to come hang at your house. People
Sure.
like you, they think you're the cool mom because you got good
Got
snacks.
Cosmic brownies.
Want to know what I didn't have growing up, Dad? Dad, what did I not
Did
have?
not have cosmic brownies.
I did not have cool snacks at home.
You had lentils.
I had lentils. I had cabbage diet. Oh my God. Nope. All
no,
set.
No Hostess cupcakes.
Nope. Oh no. We did not have cool snacks. So I'm saying
Friendly's watermelon cake.
Mysaria, she knows. She knows snacks. That's a very nice hostess thing to do.
Yep.
People are nicer if you give them snacks. I mean, think about it. You go to a wedding. If the wedding doesn't have good food, guess what?
You're out.
The wedding sucks.
Wedding sucks.
Your wedding sucks.
You can't have a wedding with bad food.
No.
You gotta have good food, good music.
That's it.
You don't have good food and good music.
Yep.
I'm not at your wedding
Done.
anymore. I'm leaving.
Done.
I got better things with
I
my
need to
time
go.
to do.
I need to go stop at Sonic on the way home or something. I feel like we did stop at Sonic
we've done
after
that
a wedding.
before.
Yes,
We have.
Okay, so Mysaria knows what people know. You give us some good snacks, we're good.
Yep.
Okay, that's it.
She knows.
Mysaria, brilliant. Love it. My dad's right. There would have been more seagulls. I don't understand how they pushed these boats in the right direction. Like,
Hold on.
I
Time
wish.
out. Time out. Your dad's actually watching us live right now.
Dad.
He said, "Thanks that I get to break the commandment. Here in the heavily Catholic Rhode Island, we call that special dispensation."
I wish there was like a behind the scenes. You know how sometimes on shows they give you like a little, not on shows, but like in Marvel movies they give you a little stinger
Sure.
or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I wish there was a stinger of someone from a big boat with all the snacks, like the Costco boat that Rhaenyra sent in, and they're like, okay, just push it, but it has to be at this degrees, or else
Yeah,
it goes
otherwise-
to Pentos. Like, how far away is the giant Costco boat, the BJ's boat? You know?
Dragonstone from King's Landing.
Yeah.
No,
No, but like someone had to push these little boats and hope that they make it to the right shore.
Oh yeah.
And I loved all those people just sitting, because my dad's right. One seagull. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Let's see. Dragonstone is a volcanic island located a few hundred miles northeast of King's Landing.
Yeah, so they had to have like a big
Oh, yeah.
boat,
Yep.
carry everything out, and someone had to either row them with like a little tugboat
Sure,
thing
sure.
and then push them, because they look out and they just see the boats. They don't see anybody. I was kind of picturing Pirates of the Caribbean people underwater, or
Oh,
like
with
someone with
the
a little
canoe?
straw or with a canoe. Yeah,
Straw.
and like pushing them. They'll never know. Okay, so Mysaria did a great job with that. Not only with the snacks, she knew what good snacks to send. People
Yes.
were pumped about
They
those.
were
That weren't
so-
lentils, Dad.
Definitely not cabbage.
Not cabbage or lentils. And she also made sure that people on the gossip train were loud and proud about how
Exactly.
much they hate fish.
Oh, that from now on, Alicent is the queen of fishes. That's how it goes.
Okay, I want to first say, buddy, why are you upset? You still have fish.
Yeah, but fish gets old. Fish gets old.
I don't like fish.
Yeah, see, exactly. Let's say you're there.
What if I'm allergic to it?
Then you're screwed.
I am.
You got to have choice.
You do need choice.
You got to have choice. Only having fish.
Fun question for you.
Okay.
The people inside eating fish stew.
Yep.
Talking all about ba 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 ba. One of them was Aemond's snuggle buddy, Sylvia, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, so she was the one being like, oh, everybody has parties, and I had to send all my hussies over, and they ate lamb, and they
Yes.
had cupcakes and hostess cupcakes and
Cosmic
brownies, and they had whipped cream, the real stuff, not the Cool Whip. Okay.
Dunkaroos.
Yes, so she was just talking. So here's his little snuggle bunny. She's doing it.
Yep.
The blonde that Myssaria's girl sent over, she was there. The lady from Aemond, Aegon.
Yep.
But then also the first guy eating the fish soup. Was he the guy that said he's part Targaryen? Was he the guy a couple episodes back complaining? Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the question for you.
Ulf.
Yep. Are all three of them, blonde soup server, Snuggle Buddy, and Ulf, are all three of them in on this to be loud about the gossip? Or is it just Sylvie and Blondie? And is Ulf just like, I'm going to talk about anything? I think all three of them are in on
I think they're
this.
in on it too.
And they're like, let's go in and just pretend we don't know each other.
Yep.
And start talking about fish.
Right.
Right?
And then help bring it down. Yeah, absolutely. And it's no coincidence that Ulf was turning around saying Rhaenyra is the true queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no coincidence that we had that a couple of episodes ago or whenever it was. So, yeah, they're totally in on it. They're totally. Who's not in on it is your boy Hugh. Hugh is not in on it. But
no,
he's
Hugh's
out
not
there
part of the
punching
gossip
people.
train. Okay, so I loved Hugh last week.
Yeah.
I don't love Hugh anymore.
Why?
Violence is not the answer, Hugh. You know what that is? That is burn them all Targaryen blood. So Hugh went from compassionate, I'm going to care for my daughter, it's okay, honey, if you need to get more chickens, to taking someone's lights out over the food.
Yep.
Hugh could have used his able-bodied legs and gone down to the shore and tried to get some more food, but instead, he selfishly just knocked someone out and took all their food. Now, granted, I know he has a very sick child.
Yes.
But Hugh has shown me a different side of him, and I don't like Hugh right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm out on Hugh.
Out on Hugh.
Like, I see you going far, Hugh, because I believe you're Targaryen.
Sure.
But I don't trust you. I think that you are, like, not a good guy in your heart.
Yep.
Punching people. Stop it, Hugh.
Here's a idea. Does Hugh and Ulf end up being dragon riders?
No.
Really?
No more. They are not worthy to me. Hugh.
No. Not to you, but are they dragon riders?
No.
By the season's end or next season?
Because I think I'm part dragon right now and I can smell a good one.
Okay.
No, I don't think Ulf deserves a dragon.
Okay.
And right now, I'm going to say no to Hugh. I think he wants a dragon. I think when he figures things out, he's going to want a dragon, and he's not going to get one. There'll be none left.
Fair enough.
I don't want him on a dragon. If he gets on a dragon, that's bad news.
All right, so we have Addam, who's going to...
Seasmoke picks Addam.
For Seasmoke, yes.
Why does Addam smell any different than Sir Crispy? What was his name?
Sir Kristen.
No, I'm talking about the crispy guy who got burned. What's his name?
What the heck was his name? That's gonna bother me now.
Sir Stefan Darklyn. Okay, so I'll
Sir
think of him
Stefan.
like my dad's name, Stephen. Sir Stefan Darklyn. So Sir Stefan Darklyn, in his beautiful little outfit. Now remember,
Yes.
this is the guy that went with Rhaenyra to the steps.
Yeah. This is a legit
a devout
guy.
person. Like
Yes.
he dressed up like the monk and took Rhaenyra to go meet Alicent.
Yep.
Okay, he's been by her side, thick and thin.
Mhm.
Lovely, wonderful man.
Yep.
He is pumped to get a dragon. I can do this. He's got great positive self-talk. I'm not afraid. I've got this. It worked. And the dragon was about to let him do it.
That or the dragon was just being a total troll and was like, "Oh yeah, come on, yeah, sure,
No, she
Get
like
little
smelled,
closer,
Seasmoke
little
like smelled
closer."
something. He smelled a fart of nervousness, like
Maybe,
a little too
maybe
of like,
that's what set it off.
I know. But if that was it, if it was fear, because the dragon people with their the little pitchforks or whatever,
Sure.
they were like, don't do fear. Like dogs, they can smell fear.
Sure.
Addam was peeing his pants and pooping his pants, not just a
Yeah,
little
I don't
toot.
think fear matters.
Exactly.
I don't
like,
think fear matters.
These dragon people have no idea. If you're telling us don't show fear, Addam just showed me the most fear ever. So
Yeah.
so that's not true.
So Gloria on YouTube says she can tell you why. So Gloria, why don't you type your answer in here for us, and then
I
we'll,
think he was too watered down.
Well, yeah, okay, all right. So what she said is Addam is the blood of the dragon because the sea snake is his
Yes.
father biologically.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
So Addam and his brother.
Yes, they are closer in terms of Targaryen blood than Sir Stefan was.
Because Sir Stefan, it was like your grandmother's grandmother had a drop of Targaryen blood.
Yeah.
Whereas Addam and his brother Alan, Baldy, who shaves his white hair,
Yes.
they are sons of Valerian Corlys.
Yes,
So like
correct.
they've got half blood
Right.
of Dragonrider.
Right.
So they're legit. They smell very dragony. Whereas Sir Stefan Durklin just smells like a fart.
Smells like a fart.
Sorry, Darklin. So Darklin's gone.
Eureka farts.
And we hear, of course, that Seasmoke, who's been lonely, who's been mopey,
Yep.
is flying all around, trying to look for his rider,
Sure.
who we know is alive,
He's out there somewhere.
okay? But instead, he says, "You'll do." I wonder
Yes.
if it's because it's another son of Corlys.
Sure.
So Rhaenyra was his boy.
Yes.
I'm wondering, like, yes, no one else can do it, but this is a brother, a half brother
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
Rhaenyra. So you
Yeah.
smell kind of like him.
Yeah, absolutely. So they like there's some similarity there.
Mm.
I don't think there's like a percentage, right? Like that the dragon is calculating it in its
No.
brain. But like there's a similarity there. Okay,
Mhm.
that makes sense. We can do this. I find it
Why doesn't he have white hair?
who Addam? I
Addam.
thought about that. I don't know.
Because Alan does.
yes.
And he's
And
shaving,
he's shaving
it.
Right.
And all the other kids who are. So he's half. So we think about the strong boys like Jace and Luke.
Yes.
They were half and they had dark hair. And when you're like whole, right? When
Then
you
you have
two
the light
white-haired parents,
Sure.
two Dragonrider parents, essentially, you end up having light hair. What's interesting is that Addam and Alan in the show are talking about they have the same mother.
Yep.
And obviously the same father, but one of them has white hair and one of them doesn't. So it's interesting that. I mean, I guess if you look at, we're thinking already that. What's his name? The blacksmith guy. He's
Hugh.
dead to me. Hugh. Hugh obviously is like a halfling or
Sure.
whatever, quarter, whatever. Okay, but it's interesting that like it's not. Most people won't be getting the white hair.
Yep.
But some sprinkled into. Okay.
So did the show make a mistake, Mary, in not showing that How to Train Your Dragon moment? Right.
Let me get on you and ride.
Yes. Did the show make him like? Would the show have been better, or been better off with
Maybe
Addam,
we'll get it next week.
with Addam doing the How to Train Your Dragon moment, and then ending on him like smiling or whatever, or him landing at Dragonstone?
I think we're gonna get that next week.
You think so?
I'm okay with not having it this week. I'm okay with more the reaction to Rhaenyra of her thinking, "Who in the world has this?"
Sure.
And then next week we're gonna have the happy, I can fly a dragon. This is awesome. And then they can meet up, and we could be like, "Hey, we must be family," and do a little cool handshake like the Parent Trap.
Sure.
Sure.
Does Alan end up on a dragon?
Sure.
Yeah, you think so?
There's extras.
There are extras.
Yeah. And he is half Valerian. And he's even got the white hair. Oh, yeah. Alan gets a dragon for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants it. If he may not want it.
That's what I was thinking.
But
I'm
if
thinking,
Rhaenyra finds out you've got a brother
Yeah.
and he has white hair, okay.
yeah, there might be a
you
thing.
get a free pass.
Nelson here on YouTube says, not true. All of Alicent's kids have
That's
white hair,
right.
and she's not a dragon rider.
Yes.
That's
So,
fair.
Yeah, because it just gets all mixed up.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. So maybe it's just the luck of the draw. Yeah, that's also fair. I kind of think that the show did us a little bit of a disservice by ending on Rhaenyra flying.
Really?
Yeah, I would rather have seen Addam with the whole How to Train Your Dragon
Oh,
moment.
that I think would be too happy. I think that this episode was about Rhaenyra failing to get a new Dragonrider.
Sure.
And her deciding to pick up the sword and her making big moves and giving out all the snacks.
Yes.
So to me, I don't care enough about Alan yet that I need to see his I'm a dragon. Exactly. Okay.
Fair.
Exactly. I don't care enough about him. Whereas this episode, we're spending a great deal of time seeing Rhaenyra change, slapping people, making big moves,
Yep.
handing out snacks, crisping up her number one friend,
Yep.
making out. Okay, she had a lot of things going on. So to end with her flying off, to me, made sense.
Okay. Let's talk, Mary, about Daemon and everything at Harrenhal. It reminds me a little bit of when Daenerys was with the Dothraki. It felt like at that time we were watching two different shows. It felt like we were watching the Dothraki show and then Game of Thrones. But the thing about what Daenerys was doing was that she was compiling and she was earning her way. And even though it wasn't directly related to Game of Thrones and what was happening at Westeros, it was still an engaging enough story where we were like, okay, we see what's happening here. My question to you, Mary, is do you have that feeling with Daemon? Like, okay, we see what's happening here. Is there enough connective tissue between what is happening with Daemon and House of the Dragon? Or are they just like two separate shows that just happen to be in the same time slot?
I think Daemon is helping connect us a bit more to the previous seasons and reminding us of all that has passed.
Sure.
And I like that.
Okay. In what way? Like, what do you mean?
Well, we've changed casts, a couple of times, and that in and of itself was difficult. And then obviously people are dying. And I think that we've seen a lot of bad things from Daemon. A son for a son, potentially knocking his wife's head out with a rock. He's just burning Mysaria. No, what did he do? He didn't care about Mysaria either. Yeah, he just has sucked a lot. And I don't think Daemon is going to live a long time.
I don't think so
because
either.
Alice said you're going to die here, and I believe Barn Owl Alice. So I think what this is supposed to do is, when you're about to die and your whole life flashes before your eyes, I think this is the flash before your eyes, but it's taking a long time.
I like that. And Mary,
And it humanizes him a little bit, so we kind of feel bad.
Yeah, I think. Yes, I think there's a reason why we're having the scenes that we're having, whether it is with Rhaenyra or his mom or now his brother, right? Like there has to be this kind of closure moment. He has to accept what he has done and how that has affected his family. Throughout this whole time, he has kind of done what he needed to do. And even Alice says it herself, where it's like, okay, you're just going to run away? Like you do for everything else? That's what he's done. And he hasn't taken any responsibility. All of that responsibility has been pushed off onto somebody else. I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to go to the stepstones and beat the crab feeder. Great. Here you go. I'm going to run off with your daughter. And I'm going to run off to Harrenhal. Like all of these things, even for his first wife, dude straight up kills her.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't think he meant to kill her. I think there's still enough ambiguity there, but remember she fell off the horse?
Yeah, and then he went and smashed her head with a rock.
Yes, but she was already paralyzed. Like it was gonna be the end anyway.
I mean, no, that's not the end. People can live a life paralyzed.
No, I thought that like she was severely hurt and they knew that she was gonna die.
No,
So
this
he
wasn't
just
a pity thing. This was him killing her so he was free to marry Rhaenyra.
Also fair. Maybe my recollection of it is
Yeah, please
misplaced.
do not think that he was like, oh, my poor wife.
No,
I'm gonna
I
give
don't
you
think
the
that.
old yellow treatment.
I think it was more
yellow
of like
treatment.
I think it was more of like an expediency thing. Like you're gonna die anyway. I might as well. Like
No.
so but whatever. I mean, regardless, ran away from the wife, running away from Rhaenyra, ran away from Mysaria, ran away from his brother. He's made choices that have affected his family that I think he has to pay for somehow, some way. As much as the world kind of loves Daemon in our world. He has not done the greatest things. And you're right, Mary. I think he dies by season's end because you don't have this kind of closure without either one, like following up on some sort of death sequence, or two, at least beginning that sequence, right? By season's end, maybe we'll have a tease where it's like Aemond versus Daemon.
Yeah.
Right? So I think he has to understand what he did to his brother, right? And this also kind of plays into what I was positing, I think, last episode, Mary, which like all of these dreams, yes, they all are related to somebody else, but I think it always comes from his relationship with his brother, and it culminates in this episode. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
What I loved most about this was Simon Strong, who has a knife to his throat by Daemon. And what he does is shushes him like a crying baby.
Yeah.
Shh, shh, shh.
Yeah.
Not, oh my gosh, I promise I'm on your side. I'll give you more food. I'm so sorry. Whatever you need. Shushes him. That is Sir Simon Strong. I'm a big fan. I don't even know what his color is. Maybe it's just black or wet. Let's just wet. I'm a big fan of this guy.
Isn't it yellow? I thought Simon Strong.
Never.
Or the other.
Well, because the
Harwin
problem is I
Strong
don't
were
like
yellow.
I don't like Larys Strong. So I'm not a fan. I don't want to say I'm like Strongs.
Yes. Okay. Fair
Okay.
enough. Yep.
But I am here for Sir Simon Strong. I love how he is handling these situations with crazy Daemon, because Daemon is losing it every single day. And Simon's there being like, excuse me, these people are here. Hello, these people are very upset with you for killing their wives and children and, desecrating their temples.
Sure.
Excuse me, sir, we're eating and you're losing your mind. So I'm a big fan of Simon. Alice, however, is there, and she has her little barn owl. Thoughts? Barn owl.
Oh, the barn. Maybe she is a barn owl and she's just taking human. I don't know. But that woman, she's giving me some good Harry Potter vibes.
Oh, she is such a witch.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
I don't think she went to Hogwarts.
You're a wizard.
She might have.
She might have. It's a possibility. But that woman, she's got some things going on.
Okay, you don't have an owl and not be a witch.
Yeah, and then just be like, yeah, okay, come on. And then the owl just shows up on your arm.
Yes.
Like, no, you're a witch.
And then he says, what can I do? And she says, the winds are going to change in about 3 days, buddy.
Yep. And sure
and
enough.
she says, the key to this, by the way, is the Tullys.
Yes.
And then she goes to, quote, take care of the old Tully guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the old Tully guy dies.
Dead. D-E-D.
And Simon Strong shows on up and says, old Tully guy's dead. Little baby Tully.
The one that you just told him to go get his shine box.
No, the one that you said go kill your grampy.
Yeah, exactly. But he also is like, you're useless to me. Get out of here.
Yeah, now he's in charge.
Now he's in charge. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a big
and
problem.
Alice, I don't think it's a big problem.
Yeah, it is, because this kid, if he's got any Stugats whatsoever.
I don't think he's got Stugats. I think he'll be like, I think Damon's now going to be try to be besties with little boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but if the kid's got Stugats, he's going to tell him to go get his shine box again.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't
fair
know.
enough.
Oscar, that's the little boy's name.
Yes. By the way, the dream that Daemon has, especially the one in the throne room, it is actually an almost identical version to what the scene was in the first episode of House of the Dragon.
Did they reshoot it? Very
Yes,
cool.
Yes. It's a repeat of the conversation between them with a few things cut out and a few things that were different. It replicates the one in season 1, but season 2's actually the meaning and how it transpires is different. Viserys is angry still, but he's not shouting like he was in season 1. He's just very quiet. He's very somber. And then Daemon, instead of looking defiant, is essentially tearing up, essentially crying, looking to like, oh my God, I've messed this up. And instead of shouting at his brother, he goes up to Viserys and tries to stop him before he can be sent away. And then he interrupts Viserys, actually, when he said he's decided to name a new heir, essentially trying to undo the past, which is very interesting, by the way. And one other thing that I noted, too, is that we don't see Daemon get all flustered very much. Like, we don't see him... We see him as, for the most part, a calm, cool character. But I think probably for the first time, or at least one of the first few times, we see him actually yell and get really frustrated with Alice. And it's Alice who brings it out of him when he's like, no, we're done with all of this. Like, this is all a disaster. Like, and I don't care about any of this. I don't care why all of this is happening, whether it's that stupid bed or if it is this stupid place. I'm outie. And I find that interesting that she is the one that brings that out of him. Right? Like, doesn't that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, she is a witch.
Ma's a witch. Another thing I like, too, is that in the dream, he cannot leave the throne room. He's stuck there. He has to deal with the issue. You know, in the pilot, he ran away with the egg and did what he had to do. And in the dream here, he's stuck there. And then in his second dream, he actually has to help his brother and admit to the fact that he was not there when his wife Emma died. That he should have been there for his brother and that he was sorry. So again, like I said, there are things that the episode does very well, and like the way that it does them is very good. But
you're just saying, like, where's this going?
Yeah, what are we doing?
And we'll
this
know.
has been 4 episodes of Daemon in an A24 horror film.
I think it's because we're losing Daemon. I don't know if it's episode 8. I wouldn't be surprised because it's Game of Thrones. It might be episode 1 of season 4, just to like keep them on. Oh yeah, you're right. I keep getting messed up.
Yeah, it's okay.
Can we pivot for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Another creepy person is the lady at the Eyrie, the Vale.
Oh, Lady Jane?
Yeah, Lady Jane. Okay, I love her dress. She's been a little fibber. She's got a big old dragon hanging on out.
Yep.
And Rhaenyra is walking out with the little kids talking about it sucks to be us. Nobody cares about us, but we just got to like grin and bear it because wah, wah, wah. And then she realizes, she hears all these sheep bleeding. Like not bleeding blood, but bleeding like the sound that they make. And she sees charred ground, charred sheep. And she goes right up to Lady Jane and says, excuse me, you wanted a dragon. Looks like you already have one. Which dragon is this?
We don't know yet. This is just a free Roman dragon.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Apparently it is.
Have we been told this before, that there's dragons out in the wild just doing their thing?
I
thought they all lived at Dragonstone and had names and were cared for, and this is like a big deal. I didn't know that there was just like, you know, pick your own blueberries, pick your own dragon.
Pick your own blueberries.
Seriously. Why is Rhaenyra not on this? Go wrangle some wild stallions.
Well, she doesn't have enough riders. That's why she's not in on it.
I don't know. I maybe you can be like a chariot rider and like have 2 dragons and be like, come on, buddy, do what I do.
Sure.
I don't know. Learn some tricks.
Well, then, listen, it's also probably not a coincidence that Rhaenyra is out there.
Well,
and
hopefully she gets this one.
That's what I'm saying. My sense is that she's going to, like, it's not a coincidence that the way that it was edited, it was like, okay, like, you know, some people just aren't meant to do great things. And then almost instantly, she shows up and sees the sheep, the Chad sheep, and then she's like, whoa, that's a big freaking dragon that just did that. Yeah, Lady Jane, she's got her own agenda. And
she tells Rhaenyra that she and the boys, the princes, can now go with Prince Reggio de Pentos, that they're allowed to go to Hawaii.
Yes.
But now Rhaenyra is looking a little pensive because, yeah, you can tell she wants to go see this dragon and see if she can ride this one.
Oh, sure. Why not? So
she's playing with the dragon toy.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a dragon toy. That was a straight up dragon. The little Well, she does have the toy, but the other one where, sorry, that was not the same.
No.
I think. Well,
I
there
heard
was the scene
little
with
dragons.
yeah.
There were dragons there.
Yeah, there was the
but
scene
I
with the
thought she
little
was
boy
holding-
and an
Yes.
actual dragon.
That was like a puppy-sized one.
Yes, yeah.
And then she had the little toy one in her hand. Crazy.
Yes, right.
Okay, we'll talk about the people I don't care about. Unless you want to talk about Rhaena a little bit more.
Here's a thought: does Rhaena stay behind and still send the boys off with the
Yes.
dragon eggs?
That's what I think.
I think so too. And
She doesn't
that's
wanna
why
be a babysitter anymore.
that's why the eggs are no longer in the Black's possession
Mm-hmm.
because Rhaena
And Team
did the
Black's
wrong
position.
thing.
Mhm.
Right? That's my thought.
You had one job.
You had one job: go to Pentos.
Guard
And-
the eggs.
and
Guard
do-
the future of our family.
Right, and you're just like, whatevs. I whatever. We'll figure that out.
Okay, we'll talk about Alan, who I could care less about. So Addam gets the dragon.
Yes.
Alan shaves his head and
Yes.
pouts because his daddy gave him a promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Alan, come on, man. Get a therapist. Get over your trauma. You've got a new job.
Yep.
Listen to Addam. Stop shaving your head.
Sure.
No shame in this game.
Wear it with pride, man.
Seriously, buddy.
Yep.
I can't, I just don't understand why he's so pouty.
Again, that's why I'm saying these new characters, great.
Suck.
You've introduced new characters, great. Make them interesting.
Seriously.
And they're just not. They're not.
No.
They're not
I agree.
interesting.
I agree. Make one of them funny.
Yep. Do something.
Maybe have one of them be able to do tricks since the dragons can't.
Sure. Whatever. I mean, do cartwheels for all I care.
Oh,
But
God.
let's give them something interesting. Right now, they're just guys that are related to Corlys. There's nothing that sets them apart from anybody. There's nothing that sets them apart from any of the other characters in the show. It's just they're related to Corlys. That's their characterization.
Corlys's people, his ships, are the ones doing the blockade, stopping the food
Yes,
coming into
correct,
King's Landing.
Correct.
The
Triarchy.
Triarchy was like the crab people.
Correct.
Okay, so crazy crab people. That's who Aemond wants to set upon Corlys's people, is the
Correct.
crazy pirate kind of people.
Yes, right now they're at odds, and he's like, all right, let's go make peace so we can break the blockade.
Okay. So maybe Alan and Corlys are going to have to fight the pirate crab people.
They're definitely going to. There's no way around
Bootstraps.
that. Yeah,
okay.
bootstraps.
Okay. Whereas Addam might be a protector on the Seasmoke.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Then we have Mysaria. That was Mysaria and Rhaenyra's plan to send in the snacks.
Yes.
They make out because, that's what you do when you talk about your father raping you and being infertile. What in the world? I'm just saying. Here's the scoop. This is why I'm mad at this. I just need to get it
Okay.
off. Okay,
All right,
I've just
fine.
got to get off my chest. Rhaenyra, you need to stop hooking up with people that, first off, you're married, so it's going to piss somebody off. Maybe it won't piss off Daemon. I mean, he is your uncle, and this is all gross. Stop hooking up with people who are involved at work. You're not supposed to have a work romance.
Mhm.
You're just not.
Sure. Don't bring sand to the beach.
Correct. I would have loved a hug. I would have loved even a flirting of the romance of like a hug and then like holding hands and linking eyes.
Yes.
I did not see the need to have a makeout session.
Okay.
I think that the timing didn't make sense. Like you're talking to someone who's like kind of down with incest. So like
Sure.
why like that was just friggin' weird. Granted, she was just praising her and saying, oh my God, like I don't want to follow anybody, but I'll totally follow you. You're the best. Let's
Yep.
have a secret handshake. I believe in you. When Rhaenyra is not being believed in by many people. So I appreciate that they both shared some weaknesses and they like each other for that sense. I hope that this is one and done. I hope this is a hug, a kiss. Wow, that was like amazing, but we're not hooking up anymore. We're not going to be sexually intimate frequently and like having hookup Game of Thrones brothel-like scenes
Sure.
just for the funsies, because we know that Game of Thrones did that
Did it for
because
funsies.
HBO is just like, let's do it. Let's show women especially just hooking up with women.
Mhm.
I don't think this needed to happen whatsoever. I really think they could have had a hug. And if you wanted to flirt with the idea, have the hug go for a little longer, or as they're pulling apart, have them look into each other's eyes. I think the timing was really awkward to be talking about this hardship that was going on. I think it's a very poor move for Rhaenyra, because if any of these people find out that you're hooking up with her,
Oh, big problem.
big problem. And Mysaria is not honestly someone you should be trusting, especially
agree.
if you're hooking up with her.
Totally agree.
Because if you do wrong by her, what happens, Rhaenyra, when you decide not to take Mysaria's side on something? Maybe Mysaria has another idea. Let's send more snacks. And then Jace says, we already did that. Let's do something different.
What
and
is
let's say you
Mysaria
go with
gonna do?
Jace. Yes.
Yeah.
This is a bitter person.
Well, this is why it's important, I think, what happened. By the way, first of all, Mary, I was reading up about this. It was written that the two would embrace, and then it would linger,
Oh, I would have liked that
and
a
then
lot
it
more.
and then it was about to
Yeah.
get intimate,
I would have been fine with that.
and then the guy knocks on the door.
It says it's a dragon with a dragon rider. Yeah.
But when they were actually shooting it, Emma Darcy, who plays
Rhaenyra.
Queen Rhaenyra, was like, no. I think we should kiss. And I have the quote right here from it. This is, up until this point, Rhaenyra has quite literally been on an island to herself. Sequestered away on Dragonstone, she endures the warmongering of men who have no interest in listening to the Queen's opinions on succession. Her loneliness is tangible, and she admits that the kiss with Mysaria is an outlet. Honestly, I think there was just such desire to connect. I think what you see initially is intimacy, and an intimacy that Rhaenyra shares so rarely. Even in some of her other romantic relationships, there's a lot of presentation. There's a lot of bravado, often from both sides. Certainly with Daemon, I think both parties struggle to reveal themselves in weakness, and that their eroticism is sort of predicated on power.
Okay. I appreciate a lot of that. It still could have worked with a hug, a long embrace.
Sure.
I think that the making out was just because it's HBO being HBO, and I don't want to see hookups anymore. I don't, and it's nothing because it's two women. It truly isn't. I would have preferred her do it with someone else. I think that this is like so out of line for Rhaenyra. What are you doing? You're already like being mocked essentially by your small council.
Sure.
You're taking advice from this person. If they find out that you're hooking up with her, it's just going to be an even bigger disgrace, and they're going to discredit you even more. I just think it was incredibly poor planning of Rhaenyra when she's trying to be this battle person. I don't know. Like, I just don't want it to go further. I do believe she deserves love. I do believe that she is on an emotional island all by herself, but I just didn't think it worked. To me, it just made me go, why?
Yeah.
Versus, you're lonely and that hug really meant something, and ooh, could it be more?
That's why I picked the picture, because of all of this. Because it actually elicits a really good conversation. It's not because this is great and two girls kissing, but because this could be really bad. And it helps build on the two characters, who they are, what they've done, why they're doing it. And is this, for example, is this just a long game, a long con from Mysaria? We both said it earlier. This is not a person you should be trusting.
That's it.
And is this Mysaria just gaining more trust, gaining more power to do her own thing? Yeah, she said to Rhaenyra, yeah, the Greens piss me off. They burn my house down and whatever. So I think you should be queen. Like, it's Mysaria playing into Rhaenyra's
And maybe that's part of the reason why I'm so mad about this, because I'm like, Rhaenyra, you should know better. You should know better
exactly.
than to be making out with her.
Exactly. She should know better. And this is why I put it on there, because this is a really big deal. The fact that this happened isn't just, yay, it's like, oh, this is serious.
If Mysaria double crosses my girl, my queen.
I think she's gonna.
Oh my God.
Because yes, Rhaenyra gave her freedom. Great. Awesome. You gave me your freedom. Well, I saved your life. we're even, baby. We're even, in my opinion. Now it's about her. Like, again, there's no coincidence that Larys was doing what he was doing a couple of episodes ago, and Mysaria was doing what she was doing a couple of episodes ago. Like, they're both the Lord of Whispers to their respective king and queen.
Okay.
Right? So, but Larys, I don't think, is like Varys, right, who has the good of the realm. And I don't think that Mysaria is the good of the realm kind of person either.
All right, okay. I'm going to give Rhaenyra a beat. That the lovin' and the kissin' and the huggin' fed her soul.
Yes.
It was her way to be like, I see you, Mysaria. I appreciate you. You need some lovin' and kindness too, because people, especially men, have done you wrong.
Sure.
I hope Rhaenyra says, and we can't do this anymore, just like she said to Kristen Cole.
Yes.
Just like she said to him, like, listen, man, business is business.
Yep.
And that was lovely, and we had some specialness together, but we can't do that anymore. I
Yep.
hope she does that, just because I don't see this going well for her.
No.
In the sense of, yes, I don't trust Mysaria not to double cross her. I don't think her small council is going to appreciate it. I think Jace is going to lose his mind
Yeah.
when he says you're taking advice from her and you're sleeping with her. Like, whoever it is. But, like, this is a double crossing person. What are we doing?
Yeah, she has no reason to be like buddy-buddy with Rhaenyra other than you're the person that's in power right now, and I'm putting my cards on you. But I don't see any loyalty there. Yeah, you shared like a story about your dad, a horrible story. And yes, you told her that you think that she should be queen. It's like the first person that has come out and said, I think you should be queen. You deserve to be queen.
If Mysaria doesn't
No, you're meant to be queen.
Yes,
That's what
but
that's
you
what she
deserve.
said.
If Mysaria doesn't double cross her and is true to her word, I'll feel better.
Yeah, here's the thing though, and I think it may play out the same way that it did with Sir Kristen Cole, where it's like, listen, we can't do this anymore, and Kristen Cole like freaks out. I think Mysaria will have a freak out too, but that's what pushes her over the edge to betray Rhaenyra.
This is why it shouldn't have happened, Rhaenyra. She
Fair
needs
enough.
a honey. She needs. Oh gosh, she
Yep.
needs some love.
Yep. All right, is there anything else that you want to talk about in this episode, my love?
Larys visiting Aegon.
Oh, I love that scene.
So Larys, I did not understand this. Larys being like, I want to be hand, and then Aemond saying, no, I want my grandpappy.
Yeah.
And he says, okay. Like, to me, Larys was either also dumb and just pretty much asking for it from Aemond and just not appreciating that Aemond's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
Or he did that on purpose to come off dumb to Aemond.
Yeah, I would get that set. Like, I don't think Larys makes that kind of move
Yeah.
publicly the way that he did.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
he would
much
do.
smarter than that.
Yeah, he would do what he did with Aegon earlier, which is like take him to the side and be like,
Yes.
hey, can you believe that this is happening?
Yeah.
I do think it was, maybe somewhat of a play. Maybe. But I think there's enough plausible deniability there where it's like, yeah, whatever. I'm doing what I do.
He does have enough pull when he does go see King Aegon.
Yes.
And the Maesters have their little potion, and Aemond has very much so said, keep him intoxicated
Right.
forever.
Right.
Make sure he doesn't feel any pain. He goes in and says, we're going to stop the pain medicine for a little
Yep,
bit so
it's
I
gonna
can
suck.
talk with him.
But we're going to,
And he has an honest conversation with Aegon.
yeah. Love that. And I love where it was like, they're going to underestimate you.
Mm-hmm.
But you have your mind now, and it's going to be okay.
I loved this conversation coming
great.
from him saying, people pretty much called me a monster when I came on now and
Sure.
said I was cursed and all these kind of things. I know what it's like to not have the full capabilities of your body and to have people stare at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved that.
Again, what the show does well, it does really well.
Yes.
It did. It's just like the way that it's gone. It's like, let's take Larys for example. Larys starts off with Aegon, then he like tries to cozy up to Daemon. Now he's back to Aegon again. Like, okay, like what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Dream World. Okay, not even like predictions. Dream World, what happens in the next 2 episodes?
Aegon wakes up
Okay.
and is like awake and has a confrontation with his brother. And his brother realizes, oh crap, there's a problem here. I need to go do something big in order to take care of what's happening with Aegon.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to deflect. So Aemond takes off to go kill Daemon.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Okay.
But he dies.
Okay.
He dies. Here's my thought.
Aemond?
I think Aemond and Daemon die in the same fight.
Okay.
I think they both kill each other.
They should.
Yeah, I think they
They're
should
fully,
too.
they're mirrors of each
Yeah,
other.
they're mirrors.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think they both kill each other.
Okay.
And that's how this is all solved. Like, because Aegon,
You can't have one and without the other, because then
Right.
it's like when you're playing chess and someone has the queen piece
right,
that can kick butt.
Yep.
And then you lose your queen.
Yep.
Yes.
Can't do that.
Okay.
right?
All
So
right.
that's my thought. You know what we didn't talk about though, Mary, is Alicent and Helena.
You know what I really want?
What?
I want Alicent to be like Moses' Egyptian mom at the end of the Ten Commandments when she's like, listen, I'm leaving these Egyptians. I know I'm not Jewish, but I'm coming over, guys. I need some
Oh, my
protection.
goodness.
You guys, I'm leaving these crazy people. I want Alicent to come on over to Team Black and say, I'm really sorry.
Oh,
but can I
man.
hang with you all?
Yeah.
Because my family's crazy and they just want war and they're about to be eaten by the Red Sea. Anyway, Alicent.
Yeah, Alicent
and
and Helena.
And the non-singing cricket.
Non-singing cricket. What did you think about this scene, about the whole mob and all of that?
Oh, the fishes and the... Okay,
Yeah.
that part. I forgot about that
The guy
part.
getting his hand cut off.
And she got cut too.
Yes, she did.
She got a big boo-boo.
Yep.
Well, I think the 3 crickets mean that one of the kids is going to die. One of the
Yes.
Helena, Aegon, Aemond. So, yes, if Aemond dies, there goes your stopped your singing cricket. And then when they go to the sept, and they should have just stayed in the sept.
It feels probably like the safest place.
Yeah.
If you're gonna stay anywhere, it feels like the safest place.
Yes.
But I think I would probably be of the opinion, like, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go back to the Red Keep.
Well, the problem is that the King's Guards are all frat bros that Aegon chose, and they're not very smart for the most part.
Sure.
Just chopping people's arms off, cutting the queen, getting fish face.
Yep.
That was terrifying.
That was terrifying, and I thought it was well shot.
I got the feelings of zombie movies.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
all
like
I kept
that.
feeling was like The Walking Dead.
Yep.
You know, when you or any of the zombie movies.
The Last of Us.
When you like accidentally go into an area that's like a hive.
Yeah,
I
and you're
really-
just
it
like
did, I
you're
got
just
zombie
desperate to
feelings.
get out of there, and like it's so close. Like when that guy got his hand cut off. Oh man, like I'm not sure if that's my first response, but it's probably in my top 3 responses.
That you would cut someone's hand?
Yeah, like I'd cut it
Yes,
right
you
off.
would.
I would, because like I don't know, that's my queen. You can't listen. You want to get close? Yeah, I can bend some rules. You can't go touching. You can't go touching. Another thing too, Mary, is like you said, Alicent receives that deep cut on her arm.
Yep. What if she gets sick like Viserys and can't get healed?
Oh, that would be interesting.
And then her body starts to eat itself.
Oh, that would be
You know
interesting.
what they could have really used? You know how Taylor Swift has that thing where she jumps down and then it like transports her onto her stage? Have you
Yes.
seen that?
Yes.
That's what they needed from the sept to the castle. Just the queens jump and they disappear because they're on a super slide.
So if you noticed, though, Mary, the cut that she receives is and this is, again, the show is doing these mirroring things. Like it did it with Daemon and Viserys. It's now doing it with Alicent and Rhaenyra. Because in episode 107, in Driftmark, remember that scene
No.
where Alicent goes to stab Rhaenyra
yes.
and ends up cutting her arm?
Oh, they're twins now.
It cuts her arm, but on the opposite side, but it's the same wound.
Wow.
And if you recall, Rhaenyra was protecting Lucerys. She was protecting Luke from Alicent
Yeah.
because of the whole eye thing.
Yes.
Alicent is protecting Helena from the mob. And it's showing, to me, it is positing that the roles have kind of reversed for the two.
We get actually a callback with Alicent when she's talking to Aemond.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just you're right. Like you're getting these little callbacks of protecting the children during these times where the hurt. Wow. Okay, I'm feeling.
Yep. I really like that stuff.
Yeah.
That was really good. So,
Okay.
yeah, but it's a direct mirror of the two.
Interesting.
Yep. Interesting. All right. Anything else that you'd like to talk about?
No,
All right. Ready for small council?
I would love it.
All right. Let's do it.
His Grace has many cares. He entrusts some small matters to us that we might lighten the load.
We are the lords of small matters here.
Talk about Alicent's brother.
What?
We didn't talk about Alicent's brother
That guy is so gonna die.
and how that she has this other son who's like wicked sweet
Yeah,
and
Daron.
awesome.
Yeah, that he's like normal.
Yeah,
He's totally gonna come out.
he is.
By the way, he's gonna show up.
I love it.
And Gwaine, you do not have that kind of conversation with Alicent and then not die. You're totally gonna die.
You just said he's totally coming out, and all I could hear was the Trolls version of "I'm coming out," but he would come out like flamboyant and beautiful and wonderful because how he was like, "Oh my gosh, he's like stunning," and he plays guitar.
Sure.
And I could just picture him coming out like bedazzled.
Yeah, and rainbow hair.
Like, oh my God, I'm here to save the day, Mom. Like, let's
Yeah.
just leave. Let's go to Pentos.
No, like he's literally a troll from the Trolls movie. Like that's what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, yeah. Like Poppy, you mean?
Yeah, like
yes.
he's
Has
Poppy.
scrapbooks.
yeah. He does the whole
Bedazzles
thing.
everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh
my,
yeah.
yes. Yes. Like
Daron
Elton
is-
John
Yes.
troll.
Yep.
Not troll in a gross way, but we mean like
No,
the cute movie
Poppy.
trolls. Like
He's
he's happy.
Poppy.
He knows nothing bad.
Yeah.
Even though Elton John knew a lot of bad things. But we're just picturing that he's like young Elton John, but
Yes.
happy.
Yes. Happy
Not-
young Elton John.
With a side of troll happiness in him. Okay. I love this. All right. Sorry. But yeah,
He's
they
totally
chuck-
gonna die.
They
The
chuck-
brother.
What?
He's totally gonna die. You don't have that kind of like conversation about Daron and like the personal relationships that
I
they
haven't
were.
even met him yet, and he's my
He-
favorite.
He's DED. He's out. He is out.
I could just picture him like bedazzled glasses.
No. The son is fine.
Yeah.
The brother, Gwaine,
Gwaine?
he's dead. He's dead. If he's not dead by season 10, I will be shocked.
I love that neither of them hear from Daddy. Where's Daddy Otto?
Yeah. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
No, I'm
Sorry.
seriously, Blake. Where's Daddy Otto? Where's Grandpappy Otto?
Well, he's supposed to be in where?
I don't know.
With the Tyrells. He's supposed to be in Highgarden.
Oh, they're rich. They've got
yes.
food.
But he
He's-
also
he's
said
not
he's going to
eating
go
fish.
to Old Town too. Definitely not eating fish. Yeah, he's supposed to go to Old. He was supposed to go to Highgarden, but he said he was going to go to Old Town. Whether or not he does, who
He's
knows?
on a sabbatical, living the Vita Loca. He's in Capri,
He's
eating cheese and wine
cheese and wine
with the Tyrells.
so much Riesling right now.
Yes.
He's a Riesling guy. Like he
Yeah?
doesn't want to get too buttery with like the
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay and the Pinot Gris. It's a little too much on his palate.
Okay.
That's why he's a Riesling guy.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Continue small council.
All right. This one comes from Laura Kobos. She says, not much. She said, sorry. 5 flames in instant classic. This one from jointhenerdclan.com, by the way. Not much action happening, but it had such an archetypal Game of Thrones feel to it. All the drama and intrigue behind closed doors. Beautiful cinematography. Absolutely fantastic acting on everyone's part. We've ditched the ponies and finally got to the horses. That is a deep This Is Us reference.
Love
or This
it.
Is Us 2 reference from Laura. Great job, Laura, on that one. The good. I can't help it. I'm a full-blown Alicent stan.
Nice.
Is it because she's so flawed and tragic that I'm obsessed with her? Or could it be her perfect hair?
Oh, it's a wig.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's her real hair. It's
What?
her real hair.
Stop
Real.
it.
Real. I think it's dyed, but that's her real hair.
Stunning.
I know, right?
Stunning.
So much L'Oreal
No,
happening.
definitely not L'Oreal, Blake. Definitely not. A L'Oreal commercial of fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but no, it's not.
Okay.
Love that that's what you went to.
Well,
Can tell you that you watched soap operas with your mom as a kid.
I was a L'Oreal kid.
You were?
Well, I mean, no, I wasn't. I was
I
a
just feel like you saw the commercials when
I
your
saw
mom
the
would watch
commercials with my mom,
soaps.
yeah.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying.
the girl holding the hair and it falling
And it just
down. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. What else are you going to watch during General Hospital? Of course I'm going to I'm a L'Oreal kid. Though I was a Pert Plus user for many years. I was in on Pert Plus. Had a unique smell. What? What?
you.
All right.
You probably thought you could go horseback riding and swimming if you got Tampax. You too can do these things. Mom, after you give me some L'Oreal and Pert Plus, can I have some Tampax? That looks fun. Sure, Blake. Sure.
We'll get you some Tampax.
Sure.
Do you want to know what the funny thing is, Mary?
It
I don't know
might-
if I've ever told you this story.
That is true? Because I see it actually happening.
My sisters had Tampax in our bathroom. We had a bathroom upstairs in our house. And one day I was in the bathroom. I was doing something. My sisters came in and she grabbed a thing of Tampax. And it was her tampons. And she's like, I'm like, what is that? She goes, oh, it's candy. I was like, what? She says, yeah, it's candy. I keep it right here. Why don't you go ask Mom to give you some candy? So I took one of the tampons.
That was like a Pez?
Mom, can I have some candy? Yeah, I was like 17. But that is true. All
Okay,
right.
let's go back to our friend Laura.
All right, I can't help it. I'm a full-blown Alicent stan. Is it because she's so flawed and tragic that I'm obsessed with her, or could it be her perfect L'Oreal hair? Both? Yeah, probably both. Olivia Cook has been hitting it out of the freaking park all season long. Her performance is so nuanced and touching. All Cook has to do is look at the camera, and you feel all of her emotions, specifically the scene where she says goodbye to her brother. As a mom-to-be myself, how crushing a moment was it when she hears that the one son she has never raised herself is actually the good and kind one. The bad. I'll admit, it was hard to find a bad in this one. But don't worry, I did. It's the ending scene with the fake cliffhanger teaser of who is the new Dragon
Dun,
Rider.
dun, dun.
We all know it's Alan, who not actually show him.
Why not
taming-
actually show him?
Yeah, why not actually show him taming? Wow, she and I are
She
on the same
wanted
page.
the How to Train Your Dragon moment.
Being
too.
terrified yet thrilled while riding him, the camera closing in on Alan, smiling before cutting to black. How much more amazing would that have been? They want us to care about him, so freaking show us how special he is instead of constantly telling us why he should be. The alliance between Larys and Aegon. Wow, what a stunner of a scene. These two actors are so great at their job, and not only do I feel pity and repulsion towards him, but empathy and admiration as well. This is what makes a villain unforgettable. I'm in no way rooting for these two, but gosh darn it, I also don't want them to fail. This show is full of such emotional contradictions. I love it. Shout out to Matthew Needham, who plays Larys, for the award-worthy monologue, laying down all of his cards and sharing his lifelong humiliations and pain with one tear coming down his face, spilling his guts out to the one person in a more pitiable and vulnerable state than he is. The lighting in this scene is also one for the gods, with Larys's face covered in 3/4 darkness, just a hint of light touch the edge, alluding to maybe a tiny piece of him being not as evil as the rest of him. Mirrored by Aegon's face in 3/4 light, his pain and deformities highlighted all helpless child, and yet there's that sneaking edge of darkness on the side of his face that isn't burned. Aemond really messed things up by making an enemy of Larys. This one comes from Marine. She says 4.5 flame. By the way, sorry, Laura, excellent analysis. Great stuff. Like really getting into there and digging it out. Good pull. Mary, why don't you read the one from Marine?
I just keep picturing him getting a mask like Phantom of the Opera. Think of me. He doesn't sing that, though.
No, he doesn't.
Marine says 4.5 flames for this episode, as I feel like it's just all setting up the chess pieces for an epic end of the season. Her good is Patty Constantine, as much as who played Viserys, King Viserys, came back. As much as I'm getting a bit tired of Daemon's streams, it was really nice to have him back. Completely agree. Her bad Daemon streams. We're spending a lot of time on this. Remember how Game of Thrones breathed through Dany's descent into madness like way too fast?
Yep.
Well, I feel like House of the Dragon is going too slow with the whole something isn't right with Daemon thing. The dreams are cool. We get to see cast members. That's great. But come on, we get it. Let's pick up the pace with the storyline.
Yep.
And her great is the riot scene. I loved that the anger of the Smallfolk had real consequences for the royals and actually put them in danger. And Alicent getting hit in the face by a fish. was fun. Fun fact for the Outlander nerds, Kieran Bew, the actor who plays Hugh, is in season 8 playing a key character. Hold on, I lost it for a hot second. Sorry.
A key character that will cause trouble for Jaime and Claire.
Very awesome.
Yes, it
also
is.
have a theory about Hugh, which is that he will be the other dragon rider that Rhaenyra needs. He's going to be on her side since she gave the Smallfolk all this food and he's got the hair. So I feel like he's good to go.
All right, let's get a couple of voicemails in here, too, while we're at it.
Hi, Marion Blake. This is Lala from Pennsylvania calling
Hi,
about House
Lala.
of Dragon Season 2, Episode 6. More and more build-up. Yay. I know better things are to come, but I'm antsy. I'm waiting for them on the edge of my seat. 4.4 flames for me. My good is Alice telling Daemon the weight of the crown is not a prize to be won, but a burden to bear. My bad is this fourth child that didn't exist until this season. We were made to believe Alicent had 3 children this entire time until they needed another Dragonrider on their team. Real coincidental. Anyway, my great would be women supporting women, especially these 2 women, Rhaenyra and Mysaria. They at one point they both thought that Daemon was all that and a bag of chips. And then he left both of them in the dust completely. And they end up realizing that they can really only rely on themselves and each other. And Rhaenyra needed that hug so bad. And I love that she's getting her groove back. I love that for her. And do y'all notice that they're showing Hugh's platinum blonde hair a little more?
Yeah.
Coincidence? I think not. Take care.
Agreed.
Lala, you are right. There is no coincidence there, my friend.
How many dragons do we have
Like in total?
that are rideable? How many dragons?
Well, there's
In the pit.
Vermithor.
Who's Vermithor?
That's just one of the dragons that's downstairs in Dragonstone.
Okay.
And then there's Seasmoke.
But Seasmoke just got a rider.
Seasmoke just got a rider. So now they need one more dragon rider.
But there's no other dragons?
Well, let's see. Let me...
No, I'm afraid if you Google it, we'll get spoilers. Right?
I don't know. We'll see. Hold on.
Okay. Why don't you play the next one, and we'll answer this next time.
They have Cyrax, Caraxes, Melis, who's now gone.
Yeah.
They have Vermax, Arix, Taraxes, and Moon Dancer. That's what they have. Plus,
Okay.
they have Vermithor technically, and they have
Seasmoke. So those weren't listed. So okay. Well, we'll get back. We'll get back to
okay.
this.
All right. Let's go to the next one. Here we go.
Hi, Mary and Blake. This is Sarah calling in from Charleston, South Carolina. My first
Hello.
time calling in,
Hello.
but I've been listening to the show
Cheers,
for a
little
long
ding.
time, and I love listening to y'all every week and seeing what you have to say. My rating for this episode was 3.7 flames. It didn't really do it for me, and I was a little disappointed because I was excited about this one after last week's episode. My good was Rhaenyra slapping Lord Celtigar, I think his name is. That was awesome, and I love to see Rhaenyra getting her gumption back. My bad was the whole Alan and Addam saga continues. Still don't really care about Alan. His stuff is just boring, and now we do have to care about Addam, even though this is the first time he's really spoken. So we'll see what comes about that. And my great was the whole beginning scene where they try to bond Lord Darkland with Seasmoke. You knew that was not going to turn out well, and the scene was totally great. I loved the chanting from the dragon assistants, and the scene was just really fun to watch. So looking forward to next week.
Yeah, Sarah, I really agree about that ceremony. It felt very ritualistic. It almost felt like a spiritual, religious ceremony, very full of sanctity, if you will. It's a very special thing. But I also say this too, Sarah. I liked that scene with Rhaenyra and Lord Celtigar where she's like, I think I forgot to make you fear me, and she slaps him. I do. But and this is another thing. There's another check in the box against Rhaenyra. My dad always told me, if you got to tell somebody the boss, you ain't the boss. And she's telling him that she's the boss. She ain't the boss.
Oh, man.
I don't like that. All right, let's get to the next one.
Hi, Miriam Blake. It's Gloria from Salem, Mass.
Hi, Gloria.
I know I've been
Hi, Gloria.
MIA for a while. I have missed you guys, but here we go. This one is for House of the Dragon, episode 6. This was the best episode ever. My good was seeing Patty again playing Viserys.
Yes.
I hope they continue doing flashbacks like this in seasons to come. That was awesome. My bad is Daemon for still playing house with all the ghosts in Harrenhal.
Yes.
I mean, what are you doing, man? Get back to Dragonstone.
Please.
There's only 2 more episodes.
Please.
Oy. And my great is Queen Rhaenyra for a couple things. For slapping that council member in the hall. Boy, was he surprised. That was great. And for getting a little something with Mysaria. Get it, girl. You deserve it. And my actual favorite moment of this episode was Seasmoke chasing down Addam. It was so funny. Oh my God, he was so scared though. Addam must remind him of Rhaenyra in some way, and I'm sure he smells like the blood of old Valyria. I have read Fire and Blood a couple times, but they're changing things up a lot. I'm so glad Rhaenyra sent food to the Smallfolk. That was a great idea. And that's it for me today. Have a good rest of your summer, and I'll talk to you next week.
Thanks,
Bye.
Gloria.
Thank you.
Now, Gloria is joining us. She says there's 2 more wild dragons on Dragonstone, Silverwing, and the Cannonball. I don't think we... Oh, and Grey Ghost.
Yeah, we don't know about any of those.
But Tracy says they've mentioned Vermithor
Yes.
and have showed him. Yes.
Yes.
And this new dragon, Sheep Stealers.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know of 2.
Like from the show itself,
Seasmoke,
we know
Vermithor,
Seasmoke, Vermithor,
and now this new one.
And now this new one.
So the show hasn't told us anything else.
Right. But the problem with the new one is that it's not
The wild
controlled by
one.
the blacks yet.
No.
So we're asking how many do the blacks have? And the only other 2
that we know
of is Vermithor.
Aside
and
from the
Seasmoke.
babies.
Aside from the babies, correct.
But that's how many we know the blacks have, not
Correct.
the greens.
Right. Right. So there's...
How many do they have? Where do they keep their dragons?
I don't know where they keep their dragon. King's Landing, I would imagine. I don't know. All right, this one comes from Melissa. She says, I give this episode 4.7 flames. Still, #Team Black.
Yes.
My good. I love to hate Aemond. He has replaced Kristen Cole for me as my most hated character. He is just incapable of any kindness. I'm really anxious to see he and Daemon meet up at some point, but I fear that Daemon has lost his edge being at Harrenhal for so long. Ooh, I like that take. Good job. My bad. And speaking of Daemon, I find the continuing story of Daemon at Harrenhal boring. I was entertained by it for a couple of episodes, but it's the same thing every week. He either needs to get out of there or something needs to happen besides his crazy visions. My great. Seasmoke finding his Dragonrider and seemingly choosing the person himself. I thought that whole scene with Addam was really cool. I can't wait to see Rhaenyra's reaction next week. And will he tell her who his father is?
I think he will.
I think so too.
He's loud and proud.
All right, why don't you read the one from RR Studio, my darling?
Although this show is excellent in many ways, for me it seemed to crescendo with the dragon battle and the fall of Rhaenys. Oh, maybe is this one a previous? Oh yeah. When I had hoped it would become a phenomenon much like the original Game of Thrones. Sadly, it has not, with a little time to spare. The good finally seeing what the small folk are all about and how the incipient rebellion over, yes, Mary, food will become a weapon in this war that Team Green has ignored in their peril. The bad Daemon, to quote Blake, what are we doing here? He's going...
No, sorry. What are we doing here?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's going in useless circles, talking to people we don't know in a creepy castle ad infinitum. Can I do that right? There you go, Blake.
Infinitum.
Thank you. It has really stopped the momentum of the show at this time when it should be the opposite. Even the bits with Aemond seemed on the nose villain. The line from his mother about overcoming childhood pain really superfluous. I can't speak. Superfluous. Superfluous.
I'm on Burgundy.
Superfluous.
I said that right?
No, superfluous. Emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I am having major problems reading real words that I can say, but not
superfluous.
Can't believe I read off teleprompters for a job.
How did you do that?
Not
How?
well, but nobody noticed, or if they did, they probably just laughed.
You just make up words, man.
Here you go.
Superfluous.
Anyway, we are looking at his eye patch for Pete's sake. The great, the dragons and how they show intent without dialogue. Incredible CGI. First, the poor knight thinking he scored a seat. When the dragon leans down, appears to supplicate itself only to roast him. The parallel of Seasmoke stalking a terrified kid and repeating the same type of close regard with a subtle shift in its gaze that shows it's found its rider. And last, the field of burnt wreckage behind the Eyrie and the drone shot of two tiny humans that suddenly wonder if they are prey. Cut to the sweet kids in the nursery playing with baby dragons. Get a cat.
Get a cat.
4.5 flames, negative 0.5 because, in my opinion, the episode felt contrived.
Hey, lady, get a cat, will ya?
Get a cat.
By the way, Gloria did not get her normal sound drop.
Your cousin from
There
Boston.
So I gotta make that right.
Kathy Jo Dorgan wrote in 4.3 flames, hashtag Team Black are good, Scooby-Doo and Ghost of Harrenhal Castle mystery. Oh my god, I admit it's dragging, but I did like that Daemon might be getting some life perspective on the things he screwed up and was always jealous of. Alice even tells him his brother and Rhaenyra didn't want the throne and that it's a burden, and that's why they should have it. Knowing Daemon, he will realize his mistakes just in time to die, unfortunately. Also, Alice is that generation third-eyed raven. She's an owl.
Oh, I like that.
I also thought she was mourning Myrtle for a while, but the other Lord Strong clearly references her, so she has to be real. Yes, Lord Simon Strong says our own Alice Rivers went, so we know she's not pretend. We know she's not a ghost. That only he can see. The bad, the end with Rhaenyra and Mysaria just seemed kind of forced. They both just shared some dark things that they had gone through and happened, and then them coming together to hug it out seems fine, but to jump to kissing just seemed off. Could have been more slowly developed if that's where they wanted the story to go. Leave the viewer wanting more rather than slapping you with it.
Fair enough.
Great was Seasmoke. Seasmoke knows who he wants his Dragonrider to be and is going to force the acknowledgement of Corlys' unacknowledged children. And poor Lord Gunther Darklyn now matches his name. I mean, really, who didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
Might have just named him Lord Burnacrispy and Crispy. Also great was the package delivery of food for the Smallfolk with the red dragon banners. Well done, Team Black, because Green doesn't get it. They don't understand taking care of those who take care of you. Otto Hightower would never have let this happen.
No.
That's right.
Yep.
Otto Hightower would
Why
have
I'm back in on
DoorDashed.
Green. I'm back in on Green, baby.
Why?
'Cause Otto's coming back.
I don't know if he is
He's
right now.
coming back. And when he does, it's going to be triumphant.
It's going to be
awesome.
like DoorDash gift card for you.
Yeah.
DoorDash gift card for you.
So much DoorDash, they won't even have enough delivery.
It's going to give them their own like little grow your own
grow your own garden.
Grow your own garden, like those little like micro
Little
greens
packets?
things, the ones that have the little lights.
Yeah.
You know those things that people
Yeah,
have in their
yeah,
house?
yeah.
Yeah, with grow lights.
All right, let's get to some next voicemails.
Hey, this is Michael here in Newcastle,
Hey, Michael.
Oklahoma. I just wanted to get my thoughts in on episode 6 for House of the Dragon. I'm going to go with
where's he from?
4.5
From Oklahoma.
flames. This was sadly probably my least favorite episode. It was still good. I still enjoyed it, but I thought it was a little bit slow, and I thought it was a little bit of a step back for some of the characters who I've really kind of been rooting for. So first of all, my good would have been the little nod towards Alice Rivers knocking off the old man at the end, and Daemon's look of realization, of realizing that that's what it went on. That was just kind of a fun little way to end. But my bad, in addition to just being really, really, really tired of this whole sort of elongated Daemon storyline, my bad is Rhaenyra going backwards. Really, it seemed like she was really getting a hold of this queen thing and becoming more and more into her power. And in this episode, she seemed to go back to leaning on her advisors to the point of kind of just seeing kind of weak. Then finally, my great is Seasmoke. Hooray for Seasmoke. Seasmoke gets 5 flames from the fake out with the guy down to the end.
You know, Mary, this is why I love listener feedback, because there are a bunch of people being like, Rhaenyra's got her groove back, she's doing her thing, and now Michael comes in and it's like, whoa, she took a step back here.
Mhm.
Like, let's all think about this for a second.
It's beautiful. It really it allows us all to have our own interpretations. It's like going to see a piece of artwork at a museum.
Yep.
We can all feel different things.
That's why the picture is the picture. All right, next voicemail.
Hey, Mary and Blake, this is April calling from North Carolina.
Hi, April.
Hi, April.
First, I want to say thank you for your podcasts. I'm having kind of a rough summer, and it's just nice to have these episodes to look forward
We're
to.
here for
you're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. I give this episode 4.6 flames. I thought, the plot movement is definitely needed as we move toward the end, but things are feeling a little choppy. My GBG, for good. I thought the kiss was good. It was interesting, it was unexpected, and it kind of gives some weight, maybe, to the character of Mysaria and why she has been so prominently featured. My bad is whatever's going on with Daemon. Love the character of Daemon, love the actor Matt Smith, not sure what we're doing at Harrenhal.
Fair.
So I was kind of relieved when it looked like he was packing his things. My great are the bedside conversations that were had with Aegon. I thought especially Larys and Aemond, just how they manipulate and maneuver is really interesting to watch, and I look forward to seeing how things unfold as he recovers, ? So, looking forward to that. And as always, I am Team Black. Have a great week.
All right, April. All right, listen, we got 2 more voicemails, and then we'll close out the show.
I just want to note, Tracy online someone was saying, Tracy, was it the same dog that he was petting, Blood and Cheese's dog? I think it was.
I think so, too.
So. And so part of me, he punched a person, but he pet a dog. That's good. But then Tracy said Hugh kind of looked like he was sizing up the dog for eating, so that's not good. But I do think that dog has now showed up in 3 episodes. So if you're a dog lover, dog is still alive, and dog is not eaten. So just in case you were nervous,
dog's still there.
Hugh actually pet it.
Yep.
So 1 point goes to Hugh.
It's a win.
But then he punched a person in the face and stole their food. But at least he's a dog lover.
Loves dogs.
Okay,
Doesn't
Hugh.
like people.
You're right. I forgot about the petting of the dog because I made a mental note. I was like, you just pet the dog. That's the rat catcher's dog. Okay, Hugh, you're moving up a little bit. Let's see how he treats his daughter.
Put that in the W column for Hugh.
Now he might get a dragon because he's good with animals.
I'm telling you. I think he ends up with one of them dragons.
Okay, if he eats the dog, no.
Yeah, he's out. Then he's out.
But now that he has a bag of food, he pet the dog.
I don't think he's eating the dog. What if he saves the dog from being eaten?
Then he can ride whatever dragon he wants. He can ride them all.
All right, let's get to the next one.
Hi, Mary and Blake. This is Christy calling from Maryland.
Hi, Christy.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I would give this episode 4.8 flames.
Okay.
My good is the Harrenhal plot finally moving forward. I'm glad that we got to see Daemon's original sin, his relationship to Viserys, play out in his nightmare visions. And now with Lord Grover Tully conveniently gone, we can move this plot along, so I'm glad for that. My bad is Aemond's decision to make Otto hand again. Otto is not answering any letters and is a tempering voice at council, and Aemond just told Alicent he had enough of that, so I'm not sure about that decision. My great is everything to do with Seasmoke, especially his little chase scene. I knew that Addam would claim Seasmoke, or in this case, Seasmoke would claim Addam, so for me, this scene had no tension and was just funny, and I really enjoyed it. Overall, this episode had some really great character moments and some really funny scenes. I enjoyed it a lot, and thanks for listening.
Thank you, Christy. I like how she said that, how she put it. It was much better than I could ever do it, which is Seasmoke claims Addam.
Yes.
I like that a lot. I thought that was
Agreed.
very good. All right, let's get to the last voicemail, and then we'll close it out. Okay, here we go.
Hi, Mary and Blake. This is Ashley from Massachusetts.
Hi, Ashley.
There's so many good things in this episode. I'd give it 4.9 flames. I thought it was really good. My good was how we kind of don't know what's in store for Alicent. Somebody commented about her getting married off. She got kicked off of the council, and her and Christian Cole can even actually directly talk to each other. My bad was how Aemond bullied Aegon when he was really vulnerable. My great was obviously Rhaenyra and Melisandre at the end making out. That was really good. But also, like, where is Otto Hightower? Why is he not responding to any messages? Would they kill him off screen?
No.
I don't know about that.
No way.
And I also really liked the part where they showed the son, I forget his name, chopping off his gray hair, but then his brother somehow bonded with a dragon is what it looks like. I just thought it was such a good episode. But that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, Ashley, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, Marvin. Anything else?
Couple of things.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. They threaten Alicent that she might have to marry somebody.
Yes.
Is that going to be on the table again, do we think?
Oh.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Now that she's not in the small council.
I think
and they
she
just
stays by herself.
Okay. Where is Otto?
He was supposed to go to Highgarden.
Where in the world is Otto Hightower?
He's supposed to go to Highgarden.
Okay.
He
think
said
he's
he
in
was going to go to
Highgarden.
Old Town, but we
Okay.
don't know where the hell he is.
Where do you think Otto is?
I don't know.
What is Otto doing?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was still in King's Landing.
Oh my God.
He's just chilling out in
Eating
King's Landing.
fish?
Eating fish, man.
No.
Just watching the whole thing burn down.
Really?
Ready to take the call when he's needed.
Really?
I'm not saying it's true, but I wouldn't put it past him.
You know what I think he's doing? I think he's out living La Vida Loca, making deals, trades. Nobody knows that he was kicked out.
Yeah, right. He's still
just like, you know who I am? You know who my
I'm
grandson
the
is?
freaking hand of the king.
I don't want fish. I want to do this. I want to do that.
You think I want dog? I don't want no dog.
Oh my gosh.
All right. What else you got?
That's it.
All right, cool. Ready to close this bad boy out?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you all so incredibly much for hanging on out with us as we discuss these incredible episodes of television, House of the Dragon. So we're going to keep coming to you and sharing these episodes. If you would like to join us live, please make sure that you sign up for the complimentary texts. I am going to be sending out an email for the next one. I was trying to do it, and it's just been a chaotic week. So if you're listening to this in the future and you're like, I didn't get an email, I apologize. You can get our emails by going to maryandblake.com and sign up for the pop-up little email thing that pops up there. But if you're in the U.S., you can text the phone number 401-281-5551. That's 401-281-5551. Text the word dragon, and you will get a text when we have a time coming up so you can join us live.
Or you can just subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, X. We're going live right there. You'll get a notification when we do go live. You can just check us out there. Subscribe to Mary and Blake. You'll catch all of the news and updates and all of our content as we do these podcasts. And news about our favorite shows that we are currently covering, or shows that we are covering but are just not in season. So you get some good updates here and there as well. Go to maryandblake.com, as Mary said. Check out all the podcasts that we have going on. We right now currently have Bridgerton happening. We are getting back to Harry Potter as soon as House of the Dragon concludes. I got a million other things going on over there too. So.
We want to thank all of you who've taken the time to write us a written review on Apple Podcasts. No matter where you listen to this podcast, in any of your podcatchers, or if you join us live, know that leaving a written review in Apple Podcasts is completely free, and it makes a world of difference for Blake and I to let more people find this show.
Yes.
So leaving a written review means you write something, and we want to thank C. Smitty Play, who said, best podcasters for all my favorite shows. I love that Mary and Blake quench my thirst for more of my favorite shows. When I'm done watching an episode, I want to explore it even more. And Mary Mary and Blake provide insights and perspectives that help to solidify how I feel about each episode. Sometimes I feel differently. Sometimes I feel the same. But no matter what, I always feel satisfied.
All right.
Favorite podcasters by far. So thank you so much, C. Smitty Play. And for everyone else who has left us a written review in Apple Podcasts.
One other thing, too, Mary.
Yeah.
If you want to leave us a voicemail, as most people are doing lately, you can go to maryandblake.com, hit the contact button where you will see a voicemail drop down. Once you click on that, you'll be able to send us a voicemail directly right from your smartphone or your tablet or your computer. So that's that.
All right, ladies and gents, my name is Mary.
My name is Blake.
Dracarys.